Good morning. It is 8:31 a.m. on Saturday, February 10th, 2018. I'm Christian Ellis, and I did not decide to speak in this voice until the very instant I opened my mouth. I also have just arisen from the murky recesses of sleep. And this is 5 more minutes. So that was a thing. Right now, my whole apartment is slightly on edge because the lady in the apartment across the hall from me is moving out, and so there's lots of furniture movers coming in and out of her place. And occasionally, Luna feels the need to bark at that. And so when she's not barking at that, there's this air in the room of listening, waiting. When will come the next noise that must be barked at? Could be now, or never. But we must be vigilant, we must wait and find out. Because you can't miss barking at something like that. Bring us all to ruin. So maybe you guys will get to hear her bark at something. We'll see. She was barking just moments before I started the recording. But last night, Mike and I recorded an update for our Oscar Marathon. We got some good discussions in on Dunkirk, Get Out, and The Post. And we're going to continue doing that more. I think we're planning Tuesday to continue that. I streamed a little bit of the new expansion for Civilization 6. Yep, see? There you go. Civilization 6 Rise and Fall, which, I had been looking forward to trying. And there's some neat new features already, so I streamed that a little bit. Might see if I streamed some more. Had a couple people watching, and that was fun. Might do that some more. But later today, we're going to do more Dungeons & Dragons Curse of Strahd. Yes. That would make my spooky voice more appropriate. Speaking of Curse of Strahd, if I had not already introduced the character, I could have Strahd von Zorvich, legendary vampire, speak like this. I could, but no. Already the moment has passed. He does not speak like that. Actually, he ought to look back up and make sure I do use a consistent voice. Yes. It's kind of exciting because that campaign is getting towards the end of the module. I don't think it'll finish today. Probably have at least 3 or 4 more sessions, I would think. But they're basically getting to the point where they're about ready to go to Castle Ravenloft and confront the evil vampire that has brought them all to this cursed place. It's kind of exciting. And, it's intense, It's got some cool stuff going on. And, it's, as a dungeon master, there's always this weird impulse. Because on the one hand, the whole idea is that we're telling a fun, cool story together. And it's most fun if they're victorious. But it's most fun if they are victorious after being substantively challenged. And so it's my job to provide that challenge. So in working to provide that challenge and ensure that the challenge is sufficient, it can be easy to get into the mindset of constantly thinking about how to make it harder on the players. And that can produce conflicting emotional responses because I get frustrated when the players succeed Even though the whole idea is to carefully curate and manage the challenge so that it feels very difficult and yet they're successful. And then when that works, there's a part of me that feels like, oh, darn it. But this enemy didn't yet get to use their cool ability. Boo. But we'll see. We'll see. But I guess I just want them, assuming that they survive to defeat Strahd, I want them to feel like they were challenged. And I think they do. Technically speaking, we've only got 2 out of the 5 players still have their original character because we've had 3 character deaths. Um, but yeah, no NPC deaths though. There's a close call with one. Well, technically, too, I suppose they have, because, yeah. Well, anyway, that's getting in the weeds. So tomorrow I'll be back doing the continuing rewatch of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes. That would be cooler if I didn't have to then do the command to stop the recording.